Hi, friends. It is January 26th. And The Wall is a good album. It's a very bloated album. It's a very pretentious album. To me, it kind of sounds like the death of Pink Floyd, which is very sad to me. Because I connect very deeply emotionally to Pink Floyd's music and genuinely care about them as one of my favorite bands. Like very high in my all-time favorite bands. Um, I listen to all of their records, um, and a lot of them are really important to me. Albums like Animals, Dark Side of the Moon, genuinely are very emotionally, deeply important to me. Um, I wish you were here. I could go through whatever. I gave tens to Uma Guma, Adam Hart, Mother Piper, The Gates of Dawn. I love this band. They're one of my favorite bands. The Wall is the death of a certain type of music. It's the death of Pink Floyd as this kind of beautiful, progressive, psychedelic um, space where there's freedom and beauty, and it's kind of codifying it and turning it into this political, yelling at you, political Orwellian propaganda, um, which there's political undertones in some of the earlier stuff, like Animals takes directly from Orwell, but it's a far superior album to The Wall, which is nearly unlistenable because of the length of it. There's so much filler on it. There's like 3 good songs on it. And compared to the other Pink Floyd records, it's not very good. It's kind of Roger Waters taking over Pink Floyd and making it his solo band, and it's kind of not really Pink Floyd anymore. And if you really genuinely love Pink Floyd, care about Pink Floyd, then that is actually something that's important to you. That's actually not unironically like I. Parody is a valid form of music criticism. In some ways, it's a more valid form of music criticism than this, or what Anthony Fantano does. He does a review of Nostalgia Critic's version of The Wall. Nostalgia Critics, they made this mediocre record, which is a parody of The Wall, kind of making fun of the bloat and the pretension of the record. And it's pretty funny. It's like not as good as most Weird Al records. I love Weird Al records. I love parody music. I create parody music sometimes. It's a fun way to interact with and interpret and do criticism. Put criticism in quotes like Fantano does, right? Because it's not real criticism if you're doing a parody, apparently. So yeah, he opens his Nostalgia Critics The Wall Not Good. This is poverty. I'm showing you my iPhone and my thing. I don't know how to do the things with the separate screens and stuff. Hopefully this works. I fast forwarded through the first 2 minutes of this review because the first 2 minutes are him doing the exact thing that the album is, which in and of itself proves he has such disdain for his own profession. It's hilarious. Wonder if you have a soul. Hope you made it rain. Like, as if doing a music criticism thing is purely to get money. Like, he's getting tons of money to make a Wall parody in 2016 or whatever. Like, his assumptions, his suspicion of this guy for simply making a parody record is insane. He says, you don't have a soul? Why? Because he doesn't like this record? I dislike this record, and Pink Floyd is in my all-time favorite bands. Maybe you don't care about music as much as other people. Maybe you superficially posture and don't show vulnerability in all of your reviews because you want to be this emotionally detached expert that's just objectively giving you information. But anyway, the way you started this review is you did exactly what Nostalgia Critics does, and then what you continue to do with your review is do exactly what Nostalgia Critics does. Here's your review.
It's not good.
It's not good. Not even a rating. Not even a number.
What?
It's
What
not even a
is
1.
this?
I don't know. Maybe music
Why does
criticism?
this exist?
Because you exist.
Album of Pink Floyd's The Wall that is essentially a critique of the movie, but also the music, I guess just the Wall franchise in general. And not that you have to like The Wall. You don't.
No, you do actually. You don't have a soul if you dislike The Wall, according to you.
And I guess one upside to this project is that it gives me insight to what The Wall sounds like to people who hate The Wall. Not that I worry about or run into a whole lot of people who hate The Wall.
I don't hate The Wall.
I guess this is how bad it sounds to someone who doesn't like it, and it certainly
somebody who actually cares about music more than you.
The singing is shit. The only listenable quality about it is the fact that the man, Mr. Rob Scallon, did a pretty faithful reinterpretation. Really just
so you're impressed by the fact that he replicated the instrumental track of The Wall. That's what you're rating?
The album. It's a little thin,
not the lyrical content at all.
Sounds like it wasn't
it was cheap sounding. I thought it was good sounding. That was the one good quality. Now it's cheap sounding.
It's just a really shitty, satirical parody.
Yeah, parodies, satire. That's what parodies are, is satire. You don't have to put it in quotes.
But why? I mean, the critiques
Why?
are just so
Why do you do critiques of albums?
Substantive. Maybe in a usual review.
Usually your reviews aren't very substantive.
These are the kind of critiques that I feel like you would write up if you just...
You would write them up.
Record. You hated this...
You do write them up.
Inexplicable reason, like, I don't know, there was a kid in school with a Dark Side of the Moon shirt who used to beat you up for your lunch money, or The Wall was playing on TV when your dad left to go get cigarettes.
Yeah, two cliches. Two very tired cliche explanations.
Like just saying certain points of this film are pandering, and this and that and the other thing are just really, really weak observations of what The Wall is, what Pink Floyd were trying to do, the context.
Because you like it, and he disagrees with you?
It's just really...
what about all the records I disagree with you?
And again, I'll say lame. Lame as
fuck.
fuck.
Oh, it's lame.
And I hope I never
as fuck. AF. Lame AF.
From this ever again, because it really, truly...
It's so offensive to you, to hear music criticism.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good, not funny,
like
not
you,
witty,
not like you,
not profound in
like
its
you,
observations, just
superficial
really
posturing like you.
Could be such a thing in a review of a record by a band that is decades and decades and decades old. Even before Doug's time, because Doug can't be that much older than me, and while I do enjoy The Wall, I didn't grow up with The Wall. It's something that I sought out as I was going through the tomes of rock music. You know, it was never.
I'm glad you went through the tomes. I haven't gone through the tomes yet.
To be faced with The Wall as a piece of pop culture, because it's always been something of the past to me, and why something that is so far before your time even matters.
Yeah, why does music matter? Why do you actually care about music? Music is worse than sex, according to you, right?
This is terrible.
Just pleasure is what you want. Just popularity is what you want. You do not care about art.
Move on to something else in order to just live a better life. Because if I dive too deeply into how terrible this is and everything that makes this bad,
you'll figure out that it's about you.
Fucking panic attack right here.
Love is not the opposite of hate, indifference. You have nothing but difference for this.
A somewhat sane demeanor in front of you guys. So
you would go insane if you had to explain what a music critic was or what a parody album was. Oh, explosion. Not good. Not rated. Not a real thing. Sorry, guys. Listen to Kids See Ghosts. Listen to Kendrick Lamar make a terrible fucking Parliament album from the fucking 90s. Give it out of 10. Give just like 3 fucking random people playing a fucking pipe organ a 10 because you think it's like... This guy is popular? This guy. Okay. I'll get my 10 views. You can get your 500,000.